What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and the situation around Russell Brand now seems to be spiraling, picking up steam, not going away, as the concerted effort by everybody, not just those that dislike him, but apparently the UK government, as we talked about just a few days ago, are trying to not just cancel, not just deplatform him, but just ruin his life, essentially, over claims. Now, I've said before, and I'll say again, just like with everything, if it's true, let it be found out in the courts, not by the media, not the trial by media where big tech plays judge, jury, and executioner. That's why I was so proud when Rumble said that they were not going to demonetize him, instead standing against the UK government's request to do so, unlike YouTube. Again, he has been charged with nothing, zero crimes. That's what he's been charged with. And if you're being informed by my coverage here, or if you enjoy my videos, please do make sure you leave a like on it and that you subscribe or follow down below so you can actually find my videos out there in the mess. This new article talks about big tech playing judge, jury, and executioner before trial again. Are claims enough to destroy somebody's life and remove their ability to make money? That certainly seems like the case with actor and podcaster Russell Brand and the feverish push to make sure he is demonetized on every platform. Brand has been, of course, accused of several things, which, I don't even want to talk about because they don't matter until the legal system gets involved. You want me to take you seriously? Cool. Neat. I need you to go file a claim. I need you to go to the court. I need it to, I need all of these things to happen. So of course he might be a terrible person. We don't really know. He hasn't been charged with anything, and an accusation does not make it acceptable to take his job away. You're right. I get it. We live in a bifurcated world. We take sides. We make snap decisions. We read headlines as a form of an opinion. Or maybe we don't need to read anything. I never liked that guy anyway. I love him. I hate him. He's innocent. He's guilty. We get caught up in the frenzy. The Me Too era was the hallmark of that hysteria. I mean, a lot of people forget, okay? They forget conveniently that people's lives were completely destroyed over lies during that era. Yes, some people like Harvey and such, garbage humans got caught and got charged and this, that, and the other thing. Okay, but there were a lot of innocent people. Remember the guy from Nerdist, a host of the Walking Dead talk show, Chris Hardwick? I think he was an example. Like, they tried to ruin his career. And there are people who don't have PR teams and things of that nature that need, to fight back against that, and they had their careers completely destroyed, everything completely taken away from them. It's insane. That's why you can't have trial by media. It's a tool that people use because they can't get the results they want in court, is what I assume. That's what I assume anyway. That's the only possible reason that you could make, or argument that you could make. So there's all these claims, which we're not going to go over, but now his sponsors have started dropping him. See, usually YouTubers, like, okay, for example, let's talk about me. Many of you, I'm sure, loathe my many sponsor readings, but those are important. That's how I survive. Every one of my videos about Russell have been demonetized. That's YouTube saying, we don't want you to cover this. We specifically don't want you to cover this. And we're going to make a financial decision to try and disincentivize that. Now, because I have sponsors and because I have, you all supporting my wonderful coffee company, by the way, Coffee Brand Coffee, I've extended the 15% off site-wide sales. So because I know Friday's payday for a lot of people, check it out. Promo code UNDERATTACK, you'll save 15%. But nonetheless, because I have sponsors, it doesn't work on me, but it does work on a lot of people. And that's why they do it. That's why YouTube demonetizes stuff. They pretend that it's about, oh, advertisers don't want to be on that video. That's baloney sausage. Advertisers are totally fine being on CNN and all these other places that have way worse, right? That cover way worse in real time, but they don't care. You know, it's insane. So now there's new claims, and all these female comedians, for example, are coming out and saying, "Oh my God, this happens all the time. There are dozens of Russell Brands," they say. Really? Isn't it weird how these Hollywood weirdos, they're always talking about how everybody knew and that all this stuff was going on, and they were all fine with it, weren't they? They were all fine with it. They were all fine with it existing as long as their careers were going and everything was, going along well for them. Now that maybe that's not the case, suddenly, I've known about this for years. You're not Stunning and Brave coming out 15 years later to ruin someone else's career because it's a good career move for you. You see, this article by NBC News is designed specifically to call out his sponsors. 2 of Russell Brand's YouTube sponsors suspend work with him following these claims. But what the article does do is it goes on to call out all of his other sponsors and demand that they leave him too, and they will undoubtedly do so. 2 companies that previously sponsored, by the way, Coffee Brand Coffee will happily sponsor Russell Brand. Happy to do so. The guy has been charged with nothing until such a point in which he's found guilty or at least charged. He must be treated as innocent. 2 companies that previously sponsored comedian and actor Russell Brand on YouTube have pulled away from the personality, saying they don't plan to continue working with him after 4 women made their claims. Brand has spent the last several years building up his YouTube audience and career as an influencer and speaker, peddling some false conspiracy theories about the KUF and Ukraine. He has over 6.6 million YouTube subscribers, and make no mistake about it, that's why this is a problem, right? In his videos, Brand frequently promotes companies and products that strike sponsorship deals with him. Of the 10 companies that have sponsored Brand contacted by NBC News. So again, NBC News is contacting his sponsors to get them to drop him. That's how this machine works. That's how this censorship machine works. In a state of the 10 companies, and by the way, anyone who drops him based on these claims will be on my never buy list. And I will never take a sponsorship from them either. And my viewers won't buy from them either. Sticker Mule and Vivo Barefoot. Ooh, Stunning and Brave. I've never heard of either one of you. A custom sticker maker and a minimalist running shoe company, they said. In a statement, Sticker Mule said it was suspending their relationship with Russell pending further information. And Vivo Barefoot also left. And then look what the article does. Other companies that sponsor Brand on YouTube, including popular male grooming company Manscaped. So again, take note of these. If these people cowered out and drop him, then I won't take sponsorships from them either. Manscaped, VPN, ExpressVPN. They just called out those 2. Didn't respond to requests for comment. And one brand, Black Forest Supplement, said it was reserving judgment. Shout out Black Forest Supplements. Good for them. I feel like I've done an ad read for them before. The statements come following YouTube's announcement. So it's like, oh, dang it. One brand said they weren't. Dang it. It didn't work. Of course, then NBC News reached out to Meta. Statements came following YouTube's announcement Tuesday that it was suspending Brand's channel from monetization program, which means Brand can no longer receive income from ads served by YouTube on his videos. Previously, he was a YouTube partner, which meant he received a cut of income on ads. Well, that couldn't stand. Meta didn't respond to a request for comment either, but we know that the UK government went and contacted Rumble, contacted TikTok, contacted YouTube, and said, hey, you've got to demonetize this guy. And they did it. This is why it's so important. This is why, YouTubers, my fellow YouTubers, content creators, you must be thinking about monetizing in ways that you control. find your coffee company. Whether, if you're content creators, or if you're content consumers, joining somebody's locals. Like, I'll leave a link to my locals too. It's $5 a month, but you would be shocked how far that goes. If we can get support, if content creators can get the support of the individuals, then the media can't leverage them against you. That's why I use things like locals and Subscribestar, because they don't bow to this crap. And of course, now Russell Brand faces another claim, as woman claims that he let the mouse out of the house in front of her. The woman told BBC, "I feel so ashamed, but so more. I wonder had something been done. Perhaps there would have been fewer women he had done such horrible things to." Oh my God. Like, okay, yes, I'm not excusing that behavior if it happened. All right. If it happened, you shouldn't be doing that. I feel like, it happens between guys sometimes. I don't know. I don't know why people do that. Guys do it as a, I don't know. I hear, I guess guys do it to women to try and be like, here's what I'm working with. I don't really understand why people do that. Maybe it's a mental derangement. I know that there are like flashers or whatever, but anyway, it does have an effect on women. The BBC says Brand has not yet commented on her claim. Again, what is the crime for that? What is the sentence for that? 1,000,000 years ago, he showed you his dong. Are you really carrying that around and having it like, is that really been affecting your life? This is about silencing somebody who calls out Big Pharma. And it doesn't mean, like I've always said, two things can be true. Maybe he's done all of these things, okay? But the real reason they're canceling him is because he's pushing against the mainstream narrative. Two things can be true. I hope he gets his day in court, because they've already found him guilty online. So if I were Russell Brand, I'd be issuing huge lawsuits against all these people, because they went and took his money away and ruined his business based on anonymous claims. That, in my opinion, that's what Russell has to do. I'm sure he wants it to just go away, and I'm sure he has plenty of money. But if it were me, I'd be litigating this. Make sure you subscribe or follow down below so I can continue to keep you updated on the story as it develops, and we'll talk to you again real soon.